Hi, my name is Mark Rosen, and right now I'm a caretaker amongst other things. But I'm a retired executive chef. I worked 24 years all over the world for large resorts, big Fortune 500 companies, and some private individuals. I was working 5 years ago in Alaska for one of the fanciest hotels in the state, and calling my folks home here in Denver every few weeks. I never heard from Dad anymore. I'd ask Mom about him, and she just kind of brushed me off on the phone and changed the conversation. I asked my brother and my sister who live even further away from home, and they didn't know either. One day I was with Mom on the phone and said, I want to talk to Dad, I want to talk to Dad. Mom started crying. I asked what was wrong. She said, Mark, Dad has Alzheimer's. I haven't told Greg or your sister Debbie yet. I was shocked. I was blown away. My dad was the healthiest person I've ever met in my life. Never sick a day in all his years. My father was Howard Rosen, the director of HEW for the 6-state region. He started programs like Sewell, Laird Hall, the School for the Blind and the Deaf in Santa Fe, etc. A beautiful person, a physically fit person. I left this job in Alaska, didn't like the state, didn't like the job, came home and thought I would take care of my father for a short time till I found another position. I realized upon getting home how bad it was and how much help my mom needed. She wouldn't put him in a nursing home. I, to this day, respect her tremendously for that. I don't believe in shipping our parents out to a home where they sit in a little room or in a crowded hallway with all the others in their wheelchair, doped up on psychoactive drugs, unhappy, lost. Didn't do it for me. My dad was still physically fit. If he wanted to go swimming, we went swimming, hiking, fishing. We went skiing at Winter Park every week with the senior program. Dad couldn't figure out what to do with his ski boots or his clothes anymore. He had no clue. You got him to the top of the chairlift, he was like a little boy. Arms way up in the air, screaming, smiling, skiing like there was no tomorrow, triple back runs. I'd just keep behind him to make sure he wouldn't fall or get lost. We had a lot of fun. My parents traveled the world and took me to places that most people have never seen. Our last trip together was Europe with my nieces from Hawaii. They were 14 and 17, and we took them for a whole month to Europe while Dad was sick. It was a hard trip. It was a great trip. I lost Dad 5 years ago. It still feels like yesterday. And I decided to go back to school. I want to write. I'm working on a degree right now, a master's at UCD in English. I hope to teach one day, and I'm about to finish a book in 18th century art history. About 3 years ago, my mom walks in one day while I'm studying at home. She just backed down the driveway in her car, going somewhere for the afternoon. She drove back into the carport, walked in, sat down next to me, and gave me her car keys. I asked, what's up? She said, Mark, I don't know where I'm going. I laughed. I thought it was just a joke. And she said, I'm tired of getting lost. I can't find my car when I park in the parking lot. I was lost at Cherry Creek a few weeks ago. I'm not sure, don't feel safe anymore about driving. It's time to quit. I gave her a hug, gave her a kiss, told her it was okay. I would also be her chauffeur. My mom has since developed dementia. It's another form of similar to Alzheimer's, but a little less. Dementia is a horrible disease. Part of Mom's thing is in the afternoon with dementia, as soon as the sun starts going down, you get something called sundowners, where you're scared because the shadows on the walls are moving, and there are voices you're starting to hear, and you get agitated, and you can't sit still. Another thing she does at night when I'm asleep is wonder. At 3:30 in the morning last summer, or 2 summers ago, my doorbell rang. I jumped up running. In my underwear, I ran to the front door. Here's one of my neighbors. I whip open the front door, figuring the block is on fire or something. Why else would my neighbor be here? I said, David, are you okay? He said, I am, but your mother's sitting right here. Mom had gone out in her little negligee, walked 2 blocks to a large building that she thought was the hospital where she used to work. She was a field nurse for 40 years. Then she came home. She walked back down our block, got lost, landed up at a neighbor. Fortunately, the neighbor knows us very well. Brought Mom home. If I were to put my mom in a nursing home today, which would be the last thing I would ever do, that would be between $3,000 and $7,000 a month. I was told because she wonders, because she has what I call wanderlust, but this is part of the dementia, that's another $500 a night for someone to sit there with her. I take care of Mom at home. We are fortunate to have something called long-term care insurance that my parents paid over $2,000 each a year into for many, many, many years, possibly 20 or better. I thought, what a waste of money. Now in the end, because I want care at home that covers our costs for 8 hours per day, I hope you all know that care at home starts at $22 an hour. Starts. If you want the caretaker to bathe your parent, to toilet your parent, to give your parent meds, the price has just gone up $5 to $10 an hour. To have my mother in a nursing home would cost me $500 additionally a night, which I'm totally against. How do you tell someone that you love them when you ship them out to a home? How do you tell someone that the shadows on the wall aren't real, that family loves them, that they still have friends? All these things that you feel right here. I'm not a religious person by any means. I believe the word God was misspelled long ago, and it should be the word good. And it's what you do with your own being and your own family. This Family Care Leave Insurance Act is something that all of us need, everyone. We're all going to face baby boomers, are all going to face their parents aging. What do we do with them? What do we do with our children? What do we do with our disabled cousin or aunt? We need this. Thank you.